Hey guys, Ocarina Hero here, and today we are unboxing a new little robot called the KT2 or Kung Fu Turtle, and it's by Kame Robotics. So in there, this is a little robot, comes with a little controller. They are launching on Kickstarter in I think about a week. I think they're launching next week. Little controller. So it will be controllable from the app or from a wireless controller, but the app is not there, is not ready right now, because obviously these are testing ones to find out if there's any problems. So this is it. That's KT2 by Kame Robotics. So there's a little controller. We'll get that. Not sure we really need to get the controller out right now, but we will get this out. So the first thing you will notice is we have to assemble it ourselves. So that's what we're trying to end up making it look like. Now it does say these are beta robots. They're for testing, so they may not work quite right. They may be slightly different from the finished product. Because obviously if they're launching on Kickstarter next week, I think it is, so they're not in full production yet. So you get these little boxes. So we've got legs and screws, apparently, body, cap and cabin, cable, control board, battery, and the servo motors in there. So I will get my instructions, which I have here, and we will try and build it. I'm not sure I've ever built on camera like that, but so there's our list of instructions. See? Oh, that's zoomed in. So yeah, Kame Robotics, and this is the KT2, and they will be launching, I believe, next Tuesday, or in about a week anyway, on Kickstarter. So I'm going to follow the instructions. I don't know if you'll be able to see them on the phone, but you should be able to see me building it. Step 1, turn the control board upside down. So open one little box, and in here we have, quite clever to sort of assemble it yourself. I don't know if that would put anyone off or not. It wouldn't put me off because I don't mind doing a bit of assembly. So there's the little board, which is like the computery part of it, I guess. See it on top of there for now. Step 1, turn the control board upside down, ensuring the side with the USB and the switch slot faces downwards. That is the USB and that is the switch slot facing downwards. Step 2, securing the main control board. Right, I might have to open all of these anyway and figure out what is what. So in here we have 2 little rubber feet and some little plastic covers that go between the servos. In here we have the battery and the servos. So there's, wow. Why there's so many servos, but maybe just in case there's any problems with them, I guess. I don't know. Spare parts. There's the little battery. And then we want, so in here we should have, there's a charging cable. We have got some screws. And quite conveniently, so some screws and a little screwdriver. In this one, I think we have the legs. Yep, four little feet. Bit concerned there's only 2. I think there's supposed to be 4 little rubber feet. But I guess that's what we figure out. If there's any mistakes, this is what they want. They want me to provide any feedback. So when you see this robot put together, if there's anything you think you'd like in the final design that's not included, or anything you want to change, then we potentially have the opportunity to ask and see, maybe affect the final design, because that's what they're looking to do. Right. Step 2. So how do we get? Does that just pop off of there? I wonder. It's a good fit if it does. Ah, yes. So the body pops off. It's our 2 halves. So we're looking for this bit, and it looks like we should have the main control board there, where you've got little slots for USB. I'll put it in a bit carefully so the switch goes out like that. That's it. And then we need to use D2 screws, which are use the D2 screw and the provided screwdriver to secure the board inside. Right, so you can actually seal that, hopefully. So we put the board in, we are going to secure it oops, drop the screw. So it may be a bit fiddly to put together, but I'm sure most people will be able to do that. Okay, maybe I've got the wrong, sent the screws everywhere now. Right, one of these screws is different. That said, it is a beta robot we're testing, so it might not work quite as intended, but it should be pretty close to the finished design, to the final design. Sorry. Right, why are you not going in there? D2 screws. This might be me just putting it in the wrong place, you know. Right, have another look. D2. So it's going to go there. Secure it to the board. Use the D2 screw provided, the provided screwdriver to secure the board inside the casing. So they've got a screw going in the instructions here. Well, I'm not sure I can put it. Have a look. Sorry, this probably doesn't make for very interesting recording, but well, you back in there. That might be it. Little tiny screws. Oh, fiddly. Right. So that bit. Attaching the servo motors. Align the servo motors with the 4 mounting holes inside the casing, like this. And the little sticky out bit should be, I would have thought, sticking out, but yeah, looks like it fits like that. And then that one's going to fit. Pull your wires out. Right, it's proving a little fiddlier than I thought it would, but I think we're getting there. There's that. That's what these little blocks are for spacing out the servos, which will not be in the finished product, I'm told. Oh, there you go, fits all right like that. You fit in there, and you fit in there. One more little block between. Like that, I'm guessing. So I'm sure this makes for riveting watching, but that's what I'm doing. I'm sitting the servos in. And then, that is 4 servos sat where they're supposed to be. Align the servo motors with the mounting holes on the side of the casing, like we have there. Step 4, connecting the servo motors. So this is step 4. Oh. What are we doing here? Connect the cables, ensuring color coordination. Brown to ground, red to power, and yellow to signal. Okay. P1. So P1 is, they're holding it this way in the picture. So P1 is here. So that's the wire for P1. And it goes in so it looks like brown should be P1 like that. Right. Yep. And P2 is this one, which belongs, again, brown at the top. There. And P3 is this one, and that goes brown lead towards the top, like that. And then P4 again, brown towards the top, like that. So that should be all the wires connected. Step 5, installing the battery unit. I wonder if we have to try and tuck these wires in slightly to get the lid on. Worry about that in a minute. Let's get the battery in. So the battery is here. Connect the battery cables before securing the battery in the casing. So the battery looks like it can only go in one way. I'm assuming. And that is the battery in place. And looks like the battery just sort of sits there. To do some neat tucking of the wires, I think, in a minute. Battery in place. Step 6, installing the legs. Power on to test the servo motors are active correctly. Check connections if there's an issue. So apparently if we turn it on, it made a noise. Lots of green lights in here, I'm assuming that's all right. Again, the switch is a bit hard to get at, but that will be fixed in the final product. I think that's fine. Just say not to move the servos when it's powered on, which is fine because we're not going to do that. Don't know whether it should be making a tune, but I don't know if it should be moving or not. That's fine. Turn it off for now. Right. Attaching the legs. So we can, now it's turned off, we can move the servos, it says. But it does recommend not doing it when it's powered on at the moment. So one leg here goes in like that, and then you just secure it with a screw. That's actually quite straightforward. Dropping the screws. So although I'm making this look a bit difficult as I'm sort of learning on the go, it's not that complicated. It's just a bit fiddly. Right. One leg secure. Other leg secure. Why is that one not going in as well as it could be? Another leg. Four legs attached. Final assembly. So work on some cable management magic and place the cap on. So just need to sort of perhaps shift some of the wires around so that the lid will go on properly. There's the front and the back, isn't there? Yeah, something like that. That's interesting because it says in the instructions there's a step in these tester robots that won't be in the final one, and that is to put these little spacers in between the servos. But when you put them in there, that stops the lid. It looks like it stops the lid from closing properly. So maybe we need to take that out just for a minute. And just watch we don't pinch any of the cables as it goes down. And it does also say if the lid will not fit properly, which it may not, because these are, like we said, these are tester ones. Oh no, I think we can get it. There is a small chance the lid won't quite fit on, and they've given us a band to secure it for now, just until it is done. I wonder, that might go down. Oh, there you go, that's gone on. I think that's attached. Connecting to your phone. So I'm not going to do the connecting part just for a second. I'm going to do that in another part because this video has already gone on for quite a long time, and I think we're supposed to put those rubber feet on at some point. Place the cap on the back of the casing. Might just turn it on and see if it does do anything now that we've got to that point. Don't know what it says about calibrating. Blah, 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 blah. Connecting to your phone. Calibration. Use the calibration feature on your mobile. Ensure it is level. Right. I'm going to end the video here. So we have actually assembled it. Didn't go quite as smoothly as I thought it would, but you know, these things are sometimes a little complicated. I'm going to end the video there, and we will set it up in the next one. See you soon.